Okay. The next is the next is schedule process. So what happens here is, so ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಡೇಟಾಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ನ ಈ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ವಿ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್, right? We schedule a time that you should finish your task, you should finish your work at what time we have set. ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮುಗ್ದಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಆ ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಮುಗಿಸೋದು ಯಾವುದು, it's your job. Means that scheduling a time or telling that you should finish your job at this time ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, the process work, this is the work of process management. Okay, the next one is it synchronizes, communicates and deadlock hand. Wow, the main work of this is it synchronize communication and deadlock handling for a process. Deadlock ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we call them as errors. Okay, to handle those errors, so we should those errors are should be handled. And synchronization ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ connecting each other or synchronization ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is like a path to connect each other. Communication ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ process of telling or process of working in a line, based on a line, that is the communication. So what is the main work here? Main work of the process management is its synchronization, the synchronization, communication and deadlock handling for a process of for a process is done with the help of process management. The next is device management. So what is the work of device management? A device management will helps to open, close and write a device drivers. So device management ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, say for the example ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಗೆ mouse keyboard and different kinds of things it will be communicating, right? With different kinds of things will be communicated ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿ ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಲೈಕ್ ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಮೌಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಮೌಸ್ ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕು ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. those are the devices. Those devices must be managed in a certain way that each and everything whichever you are going to perform, that performance should be proper. So these performance or this work is done with the help of device management, with the help of device management. The next is communicates, controls and monitors device drivers. So what does it do? This helps, this gives the signal to that devices with the way of communication. It controls and monitors the device without any failures. These are the device this is device management. Okay, the next is file management. So what is a file management? A file management is used to create a file or a directory. So now what is a file or a directory then? So say for the example, I'm going to show you. Sorry, wait a second. So this is my what we say, my computer. Okay, here wait a second, I'll show you. Okay, so you can see out here the thing which is down to here, right? This is a file. Why we say this is a file is this consists of multiple information. This file consists of multiple information. See here, what does this do? This file consists of multiple information. The multiple informations combined together called as file. What is this? Multiple information combined together is called as files. The file consists of multiple documents. The multiple documents is known as directories. Directory andre idu, we call a folder. This is called a folder or a directory. Okay, what is this? This is called a folder. When I pull to this is called a folder or a directory. The directory ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, multiple numbers of files. What does the directory have? Directory will have a multiple number of files. So what is the work of this? So what is the work of file management? The file management will be responsible to create and delete both files or directory. The second one is it provides access to the file. So sometimes what happens here is ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ನಾವು ಸೇಫ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸೇಫರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಟ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. We give some different kinds of things. So this is the who gives these kinds of things? This is given by a file management. The next one is it allows the space, allocates the space for the file. What does it do? This allocates the space for the file. Okay. The next is it keep backup for the file. What does it do? This keep a backup for the file also. The backup ಏನಾಗ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, sometimes ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕ್ರಾಶ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. If you have kept a backup, then what happens here? Then you can save your file as easier as possible. So this is how a file management does. Next is it secures the file. As I already said to you that by providing this passwords, you can secure a file. Okay. The next is protection and security. What is the work of protection and security then? This protects the resource of the system. This protects the resource of the system. How? By giving username and password. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೀವು ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ನಿಮ್ ಫೋನ್ ನ ಇವಾಗ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಲಾಕ್ ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಲಾಕ್ ಏನಕ್ಕಿರೋದು, ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್. ಸೊ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಕೊಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗೋದು, ರೈಟ್. That is what we say a protection. Okay. The next is the user authentication for the file attributes are been provided. So how a user can authenticate a file at access? By reading that file, by writing to that file, okay, by giving an encryption or a backup to the file that are been provided by the operating system directly. So what is the final goal of this protection and security? The final goal of the protection and security is this provides all the basic protection kit for a operating system. All basic requirement for operating system will be provided with the help of protection and security. The last is user interface and command interface. So what is the user interface and command interface then? So command interface ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so this is a command interface. So what is this? This is a command interface. We give some of the commands over here. We using that commands, we are going to work on that. Understood? It's like this, C:. So yeah, we are going to provide some of the files like some commands and we work. That is known as a command interface. Then what is a user interface then? Whatever you are going to work with the help of your Android mobiles or Android systems, that is known as a user interface. Okay. So user interface and command interface. User interface and command interface is a set of command or a graphical interface from which the user interacts with the application and hardware. So ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? For our work. Mainly it is for our work. For a given performances. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಶೋ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯೂಸರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ, ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಾ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ತರ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಾ, ಅದು ಯೂಸರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್. This is the different functions of the operating system. The last topic is types of operating system. Now let us discuss one by one types of operating system in tomorrow's class. Now you just see what is this types of operating system. We have different types of operating system. One is single user operating system. Andre ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಒಬ್ಬ ಯೂಸರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. There will not be multiple users. Okay. The resources ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ? ಬರೀ ಒಂದೇ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಗೆ. That is known as single user operating system. The next is batch operating system. Then what is a batch operating system? Then a batch operating system means operating system usually allows little or no interaction between the user. So there will not be any interaction between the user. There is a perform batches. They perform some of the batches. Like ration, if you go for APSMS, they give a ration out, right? They what they do, they provide a batch. They give some of the numbers, you come this day, you come another day. Andre one kinds of batch na create mar. That is what a batch operating system is. So let us discuss it tomorrow itself. What is that? Okay. The next is multi-programming operating system. Andre more than one programs are been utilized in single operating system. That there are different kinds of multi-program operating system. One is multitasking, more than one task, multi-users, more than one user, time sharing. That based on a time the data are been done. Real time operating system time ಅಲ್ಲಿ end moment live streaming operating system. Okay. The next is distributed operating system. Next is distributed operating system. So what is a distributed operating system? Then a distributed operating system single entity multiple sets of products work ಮಾಡೋದು. Single entity multiple sets of products work ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾವು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ distributed operating system ಅಂತ. Okay, so let's discuss it tomorrow. What is that? So now last is networking operating system based on network. For example, cloud or Google Drive. Those are the things which help with the help of the networking operating system which is going to work. That is what a networking operating system. Okay. So here today's chapter gets ends. Today's lesson I want to end up here. Okay. Let us meet on tomorrow.